eyebrows and send knowing glances to people usually seated fairly close by. A man who before was seated in the front row rushes up to the lectern and speaks into the microphone. The moderator. Thank you very much for this interesting talk, Dr. Smith. You certainly have given us a lot to think about today. He smiles at Dr. Smith, who sips a drink from a fashionable BPA-free bottle and smiles back. I can see we have a few minutes left for questions or comments. And please, keep these short, ladies and gentlemen. He surveys the crowd. There's a slightly awkward moment, but then someone raises his hand. Yes, sir. You please. And please do speak up. The audience member. Thank you. I'd like to, well, that certainly was interesting. I was wondering, Dr. Smith, if you'd like to comment. I might not have penetrated all the jargon that you so enthusiastically presented to us, but from where I'm sitting, it sounded as if you were saying that it is perfectly all right for us in the social sciences to conduct these feel-good focus groups with our friends and then go and write up the stories and then call them scientific knowledge. I must admit I was slightly alarmed by this, and I'm sure I'm not the only one here. So he sends telling glances around and even winks at one person at another row. How on earth can we expect to be taken seriously by our communities and, importantly, policymakers when we do things like this? I mean, what happened to rigor, to reliability, to detachment, not to mention objectivity? Are you saying that taxpayers and policymakers should be happy to spend millions of dollars on some new initiative based on this, I struggle to name it, this kind of art therapy? A few voices from the audience call out, here, here. Other audience members shake their heads. There's a rustle of voices, but they quiet down, or most of them do, as Dr. Smith steps up to the microphone. One hand clutches the lectern very tightly. Thank you for your comment. Question. She clears her throat. Well, first of all, I think some of the jargon you referred to answers your question, but let me see if I can put it differently. She clears her throat again. I am not arguing for research methodology that fits your criteria for quality and relevance. I'm arguing for one that contests them, disputes them. As such, I'm arguing for other